When you walk into a luxury project sample apartment, you're not just seeing a home. आप एक्चुअली जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसकी सोच देख रहे होते हैं। डेवलपर ने कौन सा बायर को दिमाग में रखकर पूरा प्रोजेक्ट डिज़ाइन किया है। सैम्पल अपार्टमेंट उसका सबसे क्लियर सिग्नल होता है। सो आई एम नॉट रिव्यूइंग अ फ्लैट, आई एम लुकिंग एट गॉडरेज मिराया एज ए प्रोजेक्ट एंड रीडिंग इट्स इंटेंट, positioning, and the kind of end user it is built for, using the sample apartment as evidence. This is a project advisory reading, not a walkthrough. Why sample apartments matter at project level? Most buyers misunderstand the role of a sample apartment. They treat it as a promise of finishes. In reality, it is a strategic communication tool. At a project level, a sample apartment answers three questions. Who is the real buyer this project is targeting? What lifestyle assumptions are being made? And where the developer has chosen practicality over drama. इसलिए, instead of asking, is this luxurious? The right question becomes, what kind of living does this project support? Let's apply that lens to Godrej Miraya. The first thing Godrej Miraya communicates as a project is controlled, disciplined luxury. There is no visual aggression, no attempt to impress quickly, no trend heavy styling, सब कुछ balanced लगता है. At a project level, this usually signals long-term thinking. A project designed for people who plan to live, not just acquire. This immediately tells us who the project is not meant for and who it is meant for. Now let's look at how the project treats space. Circulation between living areas feels natural. Nothing feels forced or theatrical. One strong project signal appears in the balcony planning. This project does not treat the balcony as a token sit out. The scale allows for a full 7-8 seater outdoor sitting arrangement. इसका मतलब ये है that the project considers outdoor space as usable living space, not decorative overflow. At a project level, this usually reflects an end user mindset. Families who will actually use the home daily. One another clear project signal appears in the master bedroom configuration. The attached changing room is spacious and functional. It allows for substantial storage without eating into sleeping space. ये एक important project decision होता है. Instead of the prioritizing visual drama, the project prioritizes daily living efficiency. At a project level, this choice usually aligns with mature buyers and families who value order, storage, and routine comfort. Generally, the projects reveal their maturity through material choices. Here, finishes are restrained, textures are layered, not loud, nothing is trying too hard. इस टाइप की material language generally ages better. The projects that rely heavily on flashy finishes often lose relevance over time. Godrej Miraya as a project appears designed to remain visually calm even years down the line. One another thing worth noting is how the project handles proportion and light. Spaces do not feel exaggerated, volumes feel believable. जब प्रोजेक्ट को स्पेस आर्टिफिशियली एग्जैगरेट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती, इट यूजुअली इंडिकेट्स कॉन्फिडेंस इन द बेस प्लानिंग. एट अ प्रोजेक्ट लेवल, that is a positive structural signal. So, how a serious buyer should read this project? If you are evaluating Godrej Miraya as a project, use the sample apartment to verify three things. First, which elements are core planning decisions and which are styling layers? Second, whether the calm you experience can translate into everyday living. Third, whether the project's planning philosophy matches your lifestyle, not aspirational imagery. The best projects feel comfortable on a normal weekday evening, not just during a site visit. Godrej Miraya as a project communicates restraint, discipline, and long term living intent. For the right buyer, that is not underwhelming, that is reassuring. Always remember, a sample apartment is not about aspiration, it is about understanding the project behind it. Thanks for listening.